Hi everyone. So let me start by saying this might be the most significant presentation I've done so far. Often we find ourselves immersed in the day-to-day details, the nitty-gritty of our work. We are obsessed with numbers, analytics, the immediate results of our actions and tactics and strategies. And there's a place for it. And it's crucial. But sometimes in this race to win the immediate battles, we forget that we are fighting a larger war. We may ask ourselves, why aren't we seeing the long-term results we hope for? Well, the answer often lies in not what we're doing, but rather in what we are overlooking. We have been so focused on the tactical, the transactional, that we have perhaps lost sight of our ultimate mission, which is serving our customers. So today's presentation is about recentering and about remembering that grand vision that guides every tactical decision. It's about serving not just numbers, but people. So I invite you all to relax and take a few minutes, step back from your day-to-day tasks and the immediate concerns, and join me in this broader, deeper conversation about what we do, why we do it, and most importantly, who do it for. So let's dive in, shall we? So let's take a little trip down the memory lane. With this next slide, I'm showing you pictures of my very first studio in London, way back in 2013. And I still remember having this chat with one of my clients and just making the decision right then in 2013 and there to throw myself into this Amazon world, helping local sellers jazz up their listings. Well, little did I know this would launch many of them into 8 and 9-figure seller league. Honestly, I've never been much for the sales, the marketing or scaling talk. The 113 family grew organically through focusing solely on the needs of our customers and exactly the strategy I'm going to talk to you about. So why is this fresh approach to cultural branding so critical for many of us? Well, understanding subcultures. Tapping into subcultures allows brands to gain a deeper understanding of specific customer segments, enabling more targeted and effective marketing strategies. Niche marketing, by aligning with subcultures, brands can tailor the messaging to resonate with a specific group, unique tastes and preferences, leading to a higher engagement and conversion rates. So being authentic, engaging with subcultures can enhance brand's authenticity as it demonstrates a genuine understanding and appreciation of its audience's unique lifestyles and values and brand differentiation. So by identifying and connecting with those subcultures, brand can differentiate themselves from competitors, offering a unique value proposition that speaks directly to a specific group's needs and desires. And most importantly, community building. So a lot of these big brands that we're going to talk about have massive communities and followings. So subcultures often form from tight-knit communities. By becoming a part of these communities, brands can foster strong customer loyalty and create powerful brands advocates. So how does this approach set itself from all the other methods we've been taught? How is it different? Well, it all boils down to understanding your ultimate consumer, your avatar. The traditional techniques of research, the grand strategy session and approaches are rapidly losing their effectiveness in our swiftly evolving and increasingly interconnected and changing world. So when we think about constructing your avatar, we often visualize, slides displaying their age, gender, name, hobbies. Are they married? Not. How much they make, and so on and so on. So I'm not implying that these details are insignificant. Indeed, they're crucial in the initial phases of the business, but they alone won't take you the distance. They will help you to only make the first step. So guess what? We're changing faster than ever. Our hobbies, interests, they all shift in each year, each month, keeping pace with the latest tech and world events. And you know what's cool? We all are becoming bolder, letting our uniqueness shine and saying what we really feel. And let's not forget, we're super connected now. So who cares about location anymore? We can find our tribe anywhere in the world. So those with the same quirky habits, the same issues, the same passions, we build these communities of like-minded folks because we want to be heard, we want to be understood and acknowledged, and we want to be listened to. So it's a great time to be alive, isn't it? So who recognizes this, right? Reddit. And its success is rooted in a super straightforward formula that also represents what I'm talking to you about today. Just be you. Find your tribe and connect. Easy as a pie, right? So this next slide here is very, very important. So I really want you to pay attention to this. So it's a visual illustration of your brand's journey along with every other brand across the globe. So a ton of factors and maybe, a sprinkle of luck determine your brand's success. A lot of them. But let's be honest here. How many of us really are paying attention to what's happening beyond Amazon right now? How many of us are daring to dream bigger than just Amazon? So let's discuss what this graph represents. So we have your values in black and audiences in yellow. So most of you, I'll probably say majority in the 90% people that are selling Amazon are craft brands. So you build in your early values and you engage in the conversation. So you're a craft brand. The next stage is a disruptor. So you should be introducing new values to your audience. You're already talking to them. Now you have to start introducing your new values. And my favorite of all of them are challenger brands. And we're going to talk about them in the next few slides. My favorites. So acquiring brand advocates and building the momentum to take on the key players. And obviously we have the power players. They are influencing mass consumers, leading the conversation and trends. So these are the big brands. Let's shift our focus towards the challenger brands, as they are seriously fascinating. We're going to peel back the layers and uncover what is it that really propels these brands towards success. So champion uniqueness, be different, support individuality, celebrate the similarity, be brave, be passionate, think outside of the box, and most importantly, listen. And we know this brand also from Amazon, Black Rifle Coffee Company. So if you made a commitment to engage with your brand, to help your audience, ask yourself this: just how much effort today, this week, this month are you truly putting into this promise? Are you being completely honest about your intentions and actions and your values? How much sweat, time and heart do you invest in assisting those you vowed to help? Well, it's time for a self-check at this point. And who knows this brand? Spanx. So what do you think made Spanx so successful? Apart, obviously, from the original product idea. Well, even the original product idea came from a deep understanding of cultural changes happening at that time, the shifting values and the unmet needs of the audience, of the woman. So who knows these guys, and why is Titan Network so successful? They're also a very interesting example when we talk about cultural branding. So think about this. Just a few years ago, this whole network did not even exist. What Dan and Athena managed to do is to spark a massive movement and build a Titan Network brand. How? Well, they listened. They identified their tribe. They understood what's going on. The landscape was changing. E-commerce landscape was changing, and they decided to genuinely help and serve these people. So the brand has grown with each tweak and improvement to the tools, network, events, but its deep understanding of the evolving landscape, that's the secret sauce behind Network's inception and its continuous success. It's talking to you, it's listening to you and evolving with you. So let's toss aside the outdated branding playbook because it doesn't work anymore. Our focus needs to shift towards this fresh and engaging approach I'm talking to you about today. So what's a new way of branding? Well, brands must evolve their approach and strategy as they move from early craft brands to power players. Begin by looking for the shifts in subcultures and identifying the needs, the unmet needs of your customers. Can you make a brave move there? Can you serve them in some sort of way? Now let's dive into the marketing side of things. Understanding the culture in depth will be a game changer for your marketing. There are countless cultural events and trends happening all the time. And by staying in constant conversation with your audience, you will be able to align your message with the latest hot topics that everyone is buzzing about. So ride that wave. Speak to your values truthfully and be courageous. Playing it safe and forming a strategy based on your closest top competitor will spell doom in the long run, because everyone is doing it. So why is looking at your competitors killing businesses that in the past 10 years I've seen a lot of business that died because of it? Because everyone is doing it, and you blend into the sea of sameness, lost in the world of unexciting mediocrity. I'm not saying that you should ignore your closest competition. You should know a lot about. You should know everything about them, but do not copy them. I was always told the 113, it's not going to work. It's too expensive, takes too long, and it's not worth it. Well, here I am 10 years later, growing year to year. Change is cool, Apple, right? These folks who always nail their branding with the snazzy, clean, and the minimalist style and had us all drooling over the branding. Well, even they have changed the game. Even they have realized they were getting caught up in the whole Me Too wave and decided to shake things up and become more relevant to ever-changing cultures and values. Well, do you remember this killer Apple ad? It's one of the biggest hits to date, but why? It's because they didn't just speak to one type of person. It spoke to all of us. It celebrated our uniqueness, our qualities, our very cultures. Instead of geeking out over the tech specs, the sleek stuff, the latest computer trends, it showcased what truly mattered to us, the amazing things we could accomplish with Mac. It was all about our passions, our values, and our dreams. And boy, did it get us pumped. And of course, they had to throw in a few celebrities there to catch your attention. So what is a brand? What is a brand for me? It's three things. It's first of all, early stages, it's establishment of your core values. A brand is born when it cultivates a unique set of values. It has to be unique, outlining a distinct worldview. And these principles represent the brand's mission, your vision, and your purpose. So you have your core values. Now you have to be able to transfer those values. So these values need to be transferred. It's all its touch points, from the products or services it offers to the content it produces. These values must guide and assist its audience in the journey, aligning with the objective and aspirations. So whatever it's your services that you sell or products, they need to align with your values. And most importantly, that what I'm talking to you about today is the engagement and evolution. So a dynamic dialogue with the audience is integral to a brand's identity. And as an evolving entity, a brand's values are subject to change and refine through this ongoing two-way interaction. And this process positions the brand as a leader and an active participant in relevant conversations. So establish your core values, transfer those values, and then engage with the audience, listen to them, evolve and lead. So this is the new way of branding, folks, right? It starts with you, but then it is led by your tribe. So remember those early images of my humble early studio. Well, fast forward 10 years, it's have amazing creative studio, a vibrant team of over 20 individuals working tirelessly to launch a new listing every single day. And I want to be clear, we're not trying to be everything to everyone. We're far from perfect, but the key to success of the brand I've built is our commitment to being in constant conversation with you, evolving through this daily and weekly interaction with every one of you. And that, we're able to adapt, grow, and provide the support you need on your unique journey. So let's keep this conversation going and continue our shared journey towards success. So I want you to really focus on this new way of branding. Say goodbye to the traditional methods, because everything is changing quite quickly, and we know this these days. And recent months, everything is changing. And as a business owner, I would say the motivation for the next few days and what you should focus on is all the nitty-gritty stuff, all the tactical things. They are important, but try to maybe outsource them, delegate, and really focus on this grand vision. If you have a brand that serves a certain type of clientele, reach out to them, speak to them, and make this a habit. Make this a habit to engage and listen to them. All right. Thank you, and see you around.